Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Arnav Shuklavadda and welcome to Android Study Jams. This is the session 3 of Android Study Jam and first session of Prior Programming Experience track. This track is for people who already have prior programming experience but who are new to building Android apps. Okay, so hi. If you are new to programming and Android, consider the new to programming track. The content will be introduced at a slower pace and programming fundamentals will be explained along the way. So let's get into this. So we have to recap from last time. What did we learn? क्या सीखा था हमने लास्ट दो सेशन में? How to write and run and program in Kotlin. How to set up Android Studio on your computer. How to start a project from a template in Android Studio, and how to run Android app on the emulator, and many more things. We also created an app called Dice Roller, which is very cool. So let's start from here. What are Android Study Gems? मैंने पहले भी explain किया था कि क्या है Android Study Gems. Android Study Gems are community organized study groups for people to learn how to build Android apps using an online training course. So ये कोर्स बेसिकली प्रोवाइड किया गया है गूगल की तरफ से, जो गूगल के एंड्रॉयड डेवलपर्स है, ऑफिशियल एंड्रॉयड डेवलपर्स, उन्होंने ये कोर्स प्रोवाइड किया है. एंड ये कोर्स अभी बेटा प्रोग्राम में है जो दिन बर दिन अपडेट हो रहा है. सो बी अपडेटेड विद दिस कोर्स. सो हमने यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया था फर्स्ट सेशन में, जहाँ पे मैंने दो ट्रैक्स बताए थे तुम लोगों को, न्यूट्रल प्रोग्रामिंग एंड प्रियर प्रोग्रामिंग एक्सपीरियंस ट्रैक. सो you all started from neutral programming, and a lot of you people have completed this track and have made the dice roller app. So congratulations to them. So now you have to start the prior programming experience track, cones, and another the main track. So we are going to talk both about this in this session. So what is in it for you? क्या मिलेगा तुम्हें ये सब इन सब करके? So you will develop new skills. You will know how to build app. ये आपके फ्यूचर के लिए बहुत अच्छा है. आप फर्स्ट ईयर में सीख जा रहे हो या फिर अभी सीख जा रहे हो कि कैसे एंड्रॉयड में ऐप डेवलप करते हैं, एंड्रॉयड ऐप डेवलप करते हैं. एंड आपको सर्टिफिकेट भी मिलेगा अगर आप दोनों ट्रैक्स कंप्लीट करें. एंड you will get cool badges on your Google developer profile, and your app will be featured in Google DevLin's official social media and blogs. सो ये सब मैं पहले बता चुका हूँ. सो एक रिकैप हम कर रहे हैं. ये है गूगल डेवलिन्स का ऑफिशियल ट्विटर हैंडल. यू कैन गो टू ट्विटर एंड सर्च फॉर दिस एंड यू शुड फॉलो दिस. ओके, टू अर्न बैजेस मैंने पहले भी कहा था. बैजेस अर्न करने के लिए यू हैव टू गिव द क्विज एंड पास द क्विज. Then your badges will show on your Google developers profile. This is your Google developer profiles. How your Google के सारे टोटल अभी तक 25 बैजेस 3 ऐड हुआ है फर्स्ट ट्रैक में. ये रिसेंटली ऐड हुआ है एंड यू ऑल शुड डू दैट यूनिट. ओके, टोटल आपको 26 बैजेस मिलेंगे एंड यू हैव टू शो मी दिस बैजेस फॉर दिस सर्टिफिकेट. एंड ये वो ऐप है डाइस रोलर ऐप जो हमने बनाया था लास्ट सेशन में. एंड दिस इज अ वेरी कूल ऐप, you all know. So okay, solution challenge. This is a very cool thing. This is going to happen in recent days. Be updated. We'll inform you about this. So let's start session 3, prior programming experience track. So now that we are done sorry. Now that we are done recapping and being introduced, I am looking forward to having an amazing and interactive session with you all. Hoping you all would enjoy this session. And with it being said, let's dive in. Okay. So, what are the objectives we are learning in this? So, learn the essentials of Kotlin programming language. सो बेसिकली जो कोटलिन लैंग्वेज आप लोगों को अभी तक पढ़ाया गया था वो बहुत बेसिक लेवल का था एंड दैट वाज वेरी इजी बट वी आर गेटिंग इनटू एडवांस लेवल ऑफ कोटलिन लैंग्वेज सो आई विल शो यू इन कोटलिन cones. Built a variety of Android apps. You will build a variety of Android apps rather than the diagonal apps or 2 or 3 apps which are very complicated and consist very rich UI user interference. Best practices for Android development. You will have a best practice for Android development in this prior programming experience track. There are a lot of coding sessions and lot of challenges, quizzes in Kotlin language. You should discover resources to continue learning. So there are many very less resources in this track, but the links of so you should go to that resources and learn. So in OPP language, what is OPP? OPP is object oriented programming language. Kotlin is the object oriented programming language. You need a computer and an active internet connection for this. एंड कंप्यूटर के स्पेसिफिकेशन बताए थे मैंने कि आप कंप्यूटर में 8 GB रैम होने चाहिए, इट्स कंपलसरी. एंड if you don't have an 8 GB computer, PC or laptop, you should use the VS Code. I told you about that in the WhatsApp group. So there are many resources in YouTube. Search for them and try to use VS Code. So what's your favorite programming language and why? So you students have done programming in different languages like C++, Python, Java, JavaScript. So there you have your personal favorite language. Okay. So here I going to say why should you learn Kotlin. Okay. So in this session, Kotlin is a new programming language. It has been developed recently and it's very interesting language and it is very easy. So I am going to explain why you should use Kotlin. So let's see. So all right, let's dive in and answer the question, what is Kotlin? Kotlin is a modern programming language that helps developers be more productive. It was started as a project by JetBrains in 2010 and was made open source under the Apache 2.0 license. With Kotlin 1.0 released in 2016, the language has quickly gained among the developer community and in industry. Kotlin is one of the fastest growing language in the world according to GitHub. So, what are the benefits of Kotlin? There are some key benefits that developers enjoy with Kotlin. Kotlin is a expressive and concise these languages, allowing you to express your ideas with less code. This reduces the amount of code in your project. So, Kotlin is a language which contains less code. यहाँ पे आप बहुत कम कोड का इस्तेमाल करके बहुत कुछ एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हो एंड बहुत फंक्शंस आप कर सकते हो लेस कोड का इस्तेमाल करके. मिनट. यस. सो ओके. Kotlin helps you write safer code with features that help you minimize common programming errors like null pointer exceptions. तो आप इस बारे में अगले सेशंस में या फिर कोड लैब्स में जानोगे व्हाट आर नल पॉइंटर एक्सेप्शंस. सो अभी तक ये जान रखो कि ये एरर्स बहुत मतलब मिनिमाइज कर सकता है कॉमनली. सो Kotlin is 100% interoperable with Java, which means you can call Java-based code from Kotlin and vice versa. If you already have an exciting Android app in Java, you can add as little as much Kotlin to the project as you want. So basically, Kotlin language Java से आई है, and this is very similar to Java. So you can recall things from Java. Okay, so Android development in Kotlin. So, how does Kotlin relate to Android development? In 2017, Google announced that Kotlin would be another officially supported language on Android. Then in 2019, Google announced that Android development would become increasingly Kotlin first, so that new tools and libraries will first be made available in Kotlin. To further their commitment, Google and JetBrains formed the Kotlin Foundation to protect, promote, and advance the Kotlin language. Within the span of several years, Kotlin has rapid adoption in Android developer ecosystem. Over 70% of the top 1000 Android apps use Kotlin, and 60% of professional Android developers use Kotlin. There has been never before better time to start learning Kotlin to take advantage of the latest features on Android. On that note, let's dive and look at the basics of what Kotlin code looks like. So मैंने आपको सेकेंड सेशन में बताया था कि कोटलिन का सिंटैक्स क्या होता है. इसमें एक फंक्शन होता है, फन जो फंक्शन को डिनोट करता है, एक मेन फंक्शन होता है, उसके बाद पैरेंथेसिस होते हैं, उसके बाद कर्ली ब्रेसेस होते हैं, एंड उसके बाद प्रिंट किया जाता है आपके इनपुट को. आपने यहाँ पे क्या इनपुट डाला, हेलो वर्ल्ड. सो ये हेलो वर्ल्ड प्रिंट करा रहा है. सो दिस इज द बेसिक सिंटैक्स ऑफ कोटलिन. सो फंक्शंस आर डिक्लेयर्ड विथ फन कीवर्ड. ये मैंने बताया आपको. कोटलिन प्रोग्राम्स नीड ए मेन फंक्शन. कोटलिन यूजेस कर्ली ब्रेसेस टू enclose a function body. Semicolons are not needed in Kotlin. This is a very good advantage of Kotlin. See, semicolon has a बहुत यूज होता है सेमिकलन प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस में. जैसे तुम पकड़ लो सी प्लस प्लस, जावा, कोई भी लैंग्वेज पकड़ लो, सेमिकलन का यूज बहुत है. बट इन कोटलिन देयर आर लेस यूज ऑफ कोटलिन, बहुत ही लेस यूज ऑफ सेमिकलन्स, बहुत कम यूज होता है सेमिकलन कोटलिन लैंग्वेज में. सो दिस इज ए ग्रेट एडवांटेज. Specifically, every Kotlin program requires a main function. A function is declared by using the fun keyword in Kotlin, followed by the name of the method, input parameters in parentheses, and then the function body in curly braces. So this is the basic syntax. So what are in the brackets? A colon int, b colon int. These are attributes. These are called attributes in programming language or Kotlin, whatever you say. Declare them with the fun keyword as you saw before. What's new in here? Seeing how function parameters are defined. Following each parameter name, insert a colon followed by a space and then the data type of the parameter. Okay, so what are the data type? Data type is int, char. So what type of data you are inserting in your program? Like you are inserting an integer, you are inserting a character, or you are inserting a word or a line, what is called string. So these are called basically data types. I told that in the previous sessions, if you remember. And after the parameters, insert a colon followed by a space and then the return type of a function. Return a plus b. I explained the return type in the previous session. Okay. Within the function body, specify the return value of a function with the function keyword in Kotlin. Okay. So there is no return value. You can specify unit as a return type, or for more concise code, you can just omit the return type from the function declaration as you saw with the main function earlier. Okay. So there are two types of variables: mutable variables and immutable variables. Mutable variables denotes the var in Kotlin, and immutable variables are denoted with val in Kotlin. Okay, so if you use, okay, 1 minute. If you use a mutable variable, what is var, the value of the variable could be changed, could be updated. Okay, so and if you use immutable variables, which is denoted by val, the value of the string or integer could not be changed, would not be changed. So it is recommended to use val over var when possible. Note that 1 minute. Note that regardless of whether the keyword where or well was used, the objects themselves may still be mutable or not. Okay. For example, you can declare a mutable list with a well my list, which is in camel case. My list is equal to mutable list of उसके बाद bracket, which is also in camel case. I explained you what is camel case. While the reference to this list does not change, you can still add or remove items from my list. Okay, so I think you get it. One more thing, if you have any doubt, you can ask in the WhatsApp group if you have any doubt, or you can also ask in the live chat if you have any doubt. Okay, so let me complete all the things. I have prepared some FAQ slides so that your all questions should be resolved. uh, okay, so what's interesting about these variable declarations? These are also valid ways to declare variables in Kotlins. What do you notice about these codes? Okay, so there is no colon. See the previous code, there are colon marks, and there are data types. Here the data types like int, string, there are data types, but here there is no data types and no colons. So okay, no data types is specified. We did not need to specify the length is an integer or that message is string. Kotlin supports type interference. Okay, what is type interference? Which means you can omit the type in your code when the compiler can infer it. Okay, so when you are declaring variables, you don't need to declare the type of the variables. So this is the advantage of Kotlin language. Okay, so here comes what is if else statement and what is when statement. So I have explained about if and when statements in the previous session. Let's do a brief recap. So what is if and else if? These are basically conditional statements. So these are used in case of any conditions. So look at the syntax. If you score less than 20, you will get a low. If else if you score less than 70, you will get medium. And if else print ln high. So what does it mean? Sorry. Sorry. So what does it mean? It basically means that if you और देयर इज ए इफ एंड उसके बाद एक ब्रैकेट है पैरेंथेसिस है एंड उसके बाद कंडीशन लिखा गया है स्कोर लेस देन 20. सो स्कोर इज इंटीजर. सो फर्स्ट स्कोर इज अ वेरिएबल. वी फर्स्ट डिक्लेयर द वेरिएबल दिस स्कोर. सो इफ स्कोर इज लेस देन 20, अगर स्कोर 20 का सो लो प्रिंट होगा. एंड अगर स्कोर 70 के नीचे हुआ तो क्या प्रिंट होगा? मीडियम होगा. और एल्स का मतलब क्या होता है? एल्स का मतलब ये होता है कि अगर स्कोर बाकी सारे केसेस में अगर इजिकल टू 70 हुआ या फिर इजिकल टू 20 हुआ स्कोर या फिर ग्रेटर देन 70 हुआ तो उसे हाई प्रिंट कराएगा. ठीक है. एंड here is one statement. So when क्या करता है? When is like this, one is like just like if else statement, but the syntax is bit different. So okay, so basically here x is a variable, and under the curly braces 0, there are three conditions 0, 1 and 2. Like if else if and else, three conditions. There are three conditions 0, 1 and 2. So first conditions end game, zero condition is end game, first condition move next, and second condition is skip turn. Okay, so I explained the all of this in the previous session, second session. So go to this, and I explained briefly what are if-else and one statements, and I also ran this on the Kotlin playground. So go to that session and look what are if and one statement. Okay, so move to next. So the Kotlin standard library also offers a lot of functionality to help you manage and manipulate collections and items easily. You can create lists, sets, and maps, for example. So these are lists, variable num list, list of 1 2 3 num set and map. What is map? You will get so you'll get to know in the upcoming sessions, upcoming code labs, about list, set, and map. These are something of the data structures. Okay, so you are going to know about this in the upcoming sessions. So let's talk about how to rest of the session will work. So here we comes to prayer programming experience track. There are two segments of prayer programming experience track, and first segment of prayer programming experience track is Kotlin codes. Okay, so what are basically Kotlin codes? You will be walking through Kotlin codes, a set of interactive exercises on the Kotlin language website. Okay, these exercises will help you ramp up quickly on language syntax and important aspects of the Kotlin language. If you are wondering what is cone, it's a paradoxical riddle or puzzle. So Kotlin cone is a fun play on words. Okay, so let's see what we will get in the Kotlin cones. So this is the basic syntax of Kotlin cones, basic page syntax of Kotlin cones UI. So a link is given in the group description, Android Study Gems, and open that link. And after the opening that link, you will redirect to a page which consists of two tracks, first and second track. And there is also a segment that Kotlin codes. Click into that, and you will redirect to this page, Kotlin course. So there are six segments: introduction, conventions, collections, properties, builders, and generics. So for this session, as a task of this session, आई मीन सेशन के लिए पहले सेशन के बिफोर द नेक्स्ट सेशन, पहले सेशन के पहले आपको ये तीन कंप्लीट करके रखना है. फॉर मी, इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स, you can ask me. Don't take any help from the net. First try to resolve it of your own. And okay, I will tell about it. Okay, so give a brief tour of the interface. On the left hand side, you will see the categories of exercise you will walk through. So you have to work through the first three categories I've told you, and you can do them on your own time if you'd like. So there are no specific time of this. These are basically for your improvement of Kotlin language. So do it on your own. You take your time, and there is no hurry. um, do Kotlin course for the improvement in Kotlin language. So when you click on start now, there is a start now button. You are saying that यहाँ पे एक start now what button है. So when you click on this button, so this is the user interface. You have to see. Okay, so 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so once you click into a category and click into an exercise, there are six categories I've told you earlier. And once you click into a category and click into an exercise, the instruction for that exercise will be appear on the right hand side. Okay, right hand side, there simple functions, and here are the instructions. Okay, so some starter code will be already be provided for you, and you will be type your answer in the places marked to do. So here this is to do mark, and you have to place your code here. So what is this basically? This is something code they have provided, and you have to first read this and make your solution. And what is this says, take a look at function syntax and make the function start return a string. Okay, so you have to here you have to return a string. Okay, so what is the this is task that in place of to do, you will put a code that returns a string of okay. You are seeing it in bracket okay. So what you have to do, you have to double quote, and in this double quote, between the double quote you have to write okay, and click this play button. Okay. When you think you have answered, click the blue play button. Some unit tests will be run to verify your run codes. The output of these tests will be shown below your code. Okay. If you get stuck or want to start over the original code provided in the access, you click the revert button. You can click the revert button to start from the beginning if you get any error. And you will also do Control Z or Command Z if you are on Mac to revert this. If you get truly get stuck, there is option to show answer. If you click on show answer, it will show what will be the answer of this. Okay. So remember the concept is much better if you can solve Kotlin cones without looking the answers. Okay, so try to do it on your own. If you are not getting it, you can ask me. You can use Stack Overflow. You can use YouTube for the answers. Okay, so these are the basics of Kotlin cones. So there is also a Kotlin playground. I'll show you. There are also a Kotlin playgrounds. On clicking on the playground menu bar, you will redirect to this. Uh, I will show you about Kotlin playground on the previous sessions. So this is what. And okay, so let's get started. In that the cover we are covering topics we are covering in in that session. So okay, so after the Kotlin cones, wait a minute. Okay. So what you would learn in Kotlin codes? You will learn about functions, default and named arguments, strings, ranges, null safety, lambdas, classes, collections, filters, map, extension functions. You will learn about this. You'll get to learn about this in the first three segments of this Kotlin course. Okay. So in the next session, we'll discuss about this. Up to that, you have to learn about these things. So let's get into this prior programming experience track, the second segment of this. So let's get into this. So on that note, let's talk about why are you here? Why are you interested in building apps? It is because you have an app idea. Okay, you have an idea and want to explore a new career path or just want to try something new. Okay, so please turn to person next to you, introduce yourself and discuss this for a few minutes. Okay, and these are the apps we are basically going to build in program prayer experience track. These are the basic apps of the prayer experience track. There are there are also other apps in the prayer programming experience track, but these are the basics. We have discussed about the dice roller app, and there is another app called about me, allowing you to showcase interesting facts about yourself, or you can customize the app for a friend, family member or pet. Okay, so our next step is color my view apps. Okay, so color my view app is an interactive app with a more advanced layout. Okay, so you are building the you should build this app before the next session. Do the code labs and build these apps, and I will discuss about these apps in next session. For now, this is a task for you. You should build these three apps. First, dice roller app. This is of the first track. Second, about me, and third is color my view apps. This is your task. Okay, so let's start by jumping right into the concepts. So we have discussed about Android Studio. Let's recap quickly. Android Studio is the official tool that professional Android developer uses to build Android apps. There is a lot of functionality available in the Android Studio to help you build your app. For example, there are templates to help you create your app, which can generate something like what you see in this screenshot. Okay, you can browse project files on the left. You can use the layout editor and drag and drop UI component and create a layout for your app. I have discussed these things on the last session 2. Okay, so recapping this session, you can there are many things, that text view, button, image. You can drag and drop it here. And create your basic layout. And this is the file structure of an app. So many students are asking me, Bhaiya, what where are the solution codes? Okay, so the solution code of Dice app is in the last code lab, I think. So there is a GitHub repository. So you have to go to the repo. Okay, wait a minute, I'll show you. uh, Okay, so yeah, you have to go to the GitHub repo, and you will see that the file structure of the repository is just like these file structures here shown, just like these file structures. So you have to go to repo and click to Java, then com.example.happy birthday, what you have named your app, and there is a file named main activity. Here you find your code, and for the front end part, for this file activity underscore main.xml, you'll find it in the layout folder, res, and uske baad layout, you'll find it in the layout. Okay, so you can find solution code from there. The file structure of the solution code in the GitHub repo is just like this. So Android emulator, I prefer you to not use Android emulator because it's a bit laggy, and it may cause hang of your computer. So I prefer the you should use the physical device for running your app, to run your app. Okay, so this would be better. Don't use the Android emulator, it's a very heavy thing. So we have discussed about layouts in the last sessions. There are three types of views: text view, image view, and button view. We have discussed these. This is just a recap from the last session, so don't get bored. There are three types of layout: frame layout, linear layout, and constraint layout. Also there are relative layout, scroll layout. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of layouts. Declare how do we declare layouts in XML? XML is code for the front end for native apps. So this is the basic syntax. Android colon text is equal to hello world. Thus we can print hello world in our app. So Android layout underscore width and Android layout underscore height are wrap content. What do you mean by wrap content? Wrap content means what are the content here? The content here is hello world. So the hello world, height of the hello world and width of the hello world. So इसका जो लेआउट है, तो अगर तुम इसके बैकग्राउंड में कोई कलर डालोगे, इफ यू हैव एवर डन CSS, सो यू विल नो, इफ यू पुट बैकग्राउंड कलर इन दिस, अगर आप बैकग्राउंड में कोई कलर डालोगे इसके, सो ये सिर्फ यहाँ तक लिमिटेड रहेगा, जहाँ तक हेलो वर्ल्ड का लास्ट एल का लास्ट या फिर एज का लास्ट एज जा रहा है, वहाँ तक लिमिटेड रहेगा. इसको भी बोलते हैं रैप कंटेंट. So in Android Studio, I will explain you in better way in next session. Okay. So anatomy of a basic app project. Okay. So there is a activity file. An activity is how the user interacts with your app, and it takes care of the creating a window or to display your UI in. Okay. So this is the basic functionality of activity. Resources are the additional files and static content that your code uses, such as layout files, images, audio files, UI, strings, themes, and more. And there are Android manifest.xml. Every projects also include an and includes this file. It describes essential information about your app, such as the app's package name, components of the app, and the permission it needs access to. Okay, so last one is Gradle file. What is Gradle file? Gradle file help your Android device to build the app you are created in your Android Studio. So this is the main work of Gradle file. If you want to know more, you can Google it. So, logistics of Android Kotlin fundamental course. Speaking of the course, let's talk logistics. You would be walking through the first three pathways of the Android Kotlin fundamental course on developer.android.com. Let's look to how we'll access and navigate around the online course. So, start your course from here. Prior program experience track and click on start course. So there are two units in this fundamental course. Unit one, Kotlin fundamentals, and unit two also Kotlin fundamentals. You can earn total 10 badges from this track. Okay. So in unit one, there are total five pathways. Okay. So first one is build your first app. Second one is built an interactive app. What is a built an interactive app? You are giving an input to the app, and it is showing an output. So this is basically means about an interactive app. Okay, so Kotlin fundamental layouts. You will know about the layouts. Navigation. What is navigation? Navigation means there are okay. Let's take an example of an shopping app. There are different categories like men, women, children, and in this there are different in man there are different categories like shoes, top, bottom, jeans, something winter wear, something like this. So you click on winter wear, you will redirect to a page of winter wear. Okay, so this is basically navigation. You will click on women, you will redirect to a UI of women. Okay, women accessories. So basically this is called navigations. There are a lot of pages in an app. So this navigation will you navigate to the page you want to navigate. And after this basic fragment life cycles, you'll learn about this. So just do the code labs and learn about things. If you get any problem, you can don't hesitate to DM me. Okay, so this is a pathway of build your first app. So there are two code labs. You can skip the video. Welcome to the Android with Kotlin. You can skip the video. This is not important. But make sure you are doing the code labs. Install Android Studio and getting started. Make sure you are doing the code lab. And after this, you have to give the quiz and pass the quiz. And after giving the passing the quiz, you are earning badges. So let's get started. Start from the build your first app. So this is your task. Start from here, build your first app, and make sure I have showed you three applications. First one is dice rolling, and second one is about you, and third one is what is third one? Wait a minute. What is third one? Okay. So third one is color my views. So you have to build these three apps before the next session. So if you have a question, just ask to me. 1 minute. Let me. Okay. If you have any question, you can ask on the WhatsApp group on the chat box. So I have prepared some slides regarding your FAQs. So first FAQ I have prepared is how to install Android Studio. I am unable to set up the studio. Do I need to do anything else? Okay. कोड लैब पे लिंक दिया हुआ है एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो का, यू हैव टू इंस्टॉल फ्रॉम देयर. If your RAM is less than 8 GB, so there will be a little bit lag in your Android Studio. Then you should use VS Code. There are many resources on YouTube, so you can watch from there how to do Android on VS Code. So that's very simple. My progress bar is not updating even I after I completed the code lab. What should I do? Okay, there is a bug. You have informed them. We have informed them while you are navigated to the code lab from the page which tracks your progress. Sometimes you will be signed out. Okay, so make sure you are when you are doing your code labs, giving quizzes, you are signed in to your developer profile. So make sure that, and don't get worried if your progress bar is not updating. This is a beta version of Kotlin. I mean, this website is in beta version, so this there is a lot of bugs and glitches. So you don't have to worry about that. Just make sure you are earning the badges. Okay, so don't worry about the progress bar. Is there any time limit of each path or any activity? No, there are no time limit. You this totally depends how eagerly you want to complete both tracks. Okay, but you have to submit all badges, whole 26 badges to me before 25th Jan. Okay, sorry, there is a mistake of 15 Jan. No, this is not 15 Jan. This is 25th Jan. You have to submit the badges to me before 25th Jan. I've given my email ID on the WhatsApp group. So submit the screenshot of your all badges at a time to my email to get the certificate. How can I earn certificate for Android app development in Kotlin? Okay, the only constant is for you to complete the second track. Okay, I have explained earlier. You have to complete the second track and earn all the badges to for eligible to get eligible to get the certificate. Uh, so I think you are aware of this. Okay, so how can I get my app published by Google Dev, Instagram or Twitter handle? You have to develop and submit any simple yet creative application that you have created during this study jam before 25th Jan. Okay, so you are creating apps which are shown in the code labs. Okay, so if you want to get features in the Twitter handle of Google Devs India, so you have to create an app in simple but at your own creative app at your own idea, so you can get featured. Okay, so remember that. uh, uh, Error quiz not getting complete. Okay, I faced a similar issue with this code labs. Best way I had found to fix this was to restart the browser and go through the quiz lab again. It will be counted. Okay, there is another error. Didn't receive badge after the completing activities. Okay, refresh the page and give the quiz again. Has happened with me quite a few times. It causes your account session get timed out. Okay, there are many glitches and bugs, so you have to do things many times to confirm. Okay, otherwise you can resolve the issues. Code Labs, try clearing Android.com cookies, restart browser, make sure you are logged in, click on done after you finish the code lab. If it doesn't work, refresh the page. What is the criteria for developing the app to be featured in Google Devs India Twitter handle? Simple, creative, user friendly, easy to understand and operate, unique functionality, thoughtful idea. Create an app at your own creativity and submit it to me. You may be featured at the Google Dev India's official Twitter handle, and it's a very cool thing. I prefer Kotlin over any other languages. Okay, I have explained it earlier. Easy to pick up, so you can create powerful apps immediately. Clean and compact syntax. Supports functional and object-oriented programming styling. Safe interoperability of Java. Multi-platform support. Okay. You are asking what is Bhaiya, what is object oriented programming. So remember just one thing. In object oriented programming language, there are also data and there are also code. Okay. So remember just that thing, and you can Google it for more information. Just remember one thing: there are also data in the code. Okay, there are also data and there are also code. Two things are there on object-oriented programming language. So share what you have learned with Android Study Jams DSC NIT. Okay, so let me clear that thing. Which app you are creating? You are doing code labs, take a screenshot, post it on LinkedIn, tagging Android Study Jams, tagging DSN IT. You can also tag me. So let people know that you are doing something productive. Okay. So keep in mind that whatever you are doing, just take a screenshot. You are making apps, you are doing code labs, you are giving any quiz, you are earning badges. Just take this screenshot and post it on the Instagram for um, see, to know people what you are doing, and this is very necessary. You can post it on LinkedIn to grow your connections. So okay, stay tuned for lesson 4. I have show you how to create the dice roller app. I will work on the both apps about me and multicolor something app. I will work on that on next session, and next session I will explain things on the unit 1 and unit 2, what are the things and how I can do that things. So do the Kotlin. So for now, do the Kotlin cones, first three segments of Kotlin cones. For now, do that and start the period program experience track immediately. So अगर आपको और सीखना है और जानना है, want to learn more, you can redirect to the link. ये लिंक पे आप जा सकते हो. सो इन सब पे एंड्रॉयड डेवलपमेंट कोटलिन के बारे में और भी इंफॉर्मेशन दी गई है. सो आई विल शेयर द लिंक इन द ग्रुप, डोंट गेट वरीड. सो थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर attending this session. So this is all for today's session. So, so bye everyone.